I'm like really excited. My strep B test came back. Basically my contractions were about 10 minutes apart. She could feel the baby's head.
I just want you to know that your voice makes my heart stop.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because this week has been the most eventful week of my entire pregnancy. So sit down, go grab a drink, and get ready. Let's jump right in, okay? I am 37 weeks pregnant and the baby is around 6.5 pounds, 19-ish inches. I feel like she's probably taller than that because I'm 5'8" and my husband is 6'2", so we're just tall people. He was 22.5 inches when he was born, so he was almost 23 inches. That's like almost the size of a toddler being a newborn. So I just feel like she's gonna be long. I have to calm down because I'm out of breath already. I'm like really excited. My symptoms this week. I've been having lots of Braxton Hicks and some of them have been very painful feeling, like in my back and my abdomen. Did have a bout of bad diarrhea. At one point, I was having such painful Braxton Hicks. I was having a hard time discerning whether it was due to like the diarrhea or if it was contractions or if it was both. So diarrhea lasted for about 8 hours and I probably went number 2 about 10 to 12 times. Like my bottom hurt, like it stung so badly. And I did actually start timing the contractions because I was kind of concerned that maybe it was like pre-labor or like early labor. Basically my contractions were about 10 minutes apart and pretty painful. Like my husband says that that's the most pain that he has actually seen me in the whole pregnancy. So I text my doctor and she said, take Imodium. And that's all she said to me. So that actually kind of calmed me down. I was like, oh, okay, well, she doesn't care, so that's great. But I was still in a lot of pain, so I asked my husband, I said, please, honey, pray for me, because I just either want this to be labor or I just want this to be over with. Like, this is kind of painful. So then he prayed for me, like immediately had like peace all over my body, and I actually went straight to sleep. So obviously it wasn't labor because you can't really sleep through labor. That was definitely one of my biggest symptoms this week. When I was starting to time contractions, I use an app called Full Term, and I'm gonna show you that app right now. So I wanted to show you guys the app that I've been using for a contraction counter. It's under my baby girl tab, and then it's called Full Term. So you click on it and you press start when a contraction starts and then end when it ends. And then it counts them for you. It's so nice because it automatically counts the last hour and the last 6 hours, so it takes all the guesswork out of it. And this is a free app. Highly recommend this. 10 out of 10 stars. I love it. Also tons of lightning crotch, and it's basically when the baby's head is kind of like bouncing on your cervix. It feels like an electrical shock like on my cervix. My sleep is all over the place. Some days it's good, some days it's absolutely horrendous and horrible. My hips and my groin area just ache so badly. I'm still having some fluid retention. I do not have bad fluid retention in my feet, but my feet have grown quite a bit. So I started off pregnancy at size 8.5 foot, and now I have a size 10 foot. So that's quite a leap up as far as shoe size goes. Where I do get swelling though is in my hands. Like, these might not look like bad to you, but these are like sausages to me. Like, I've always had like very small, slender hands, probably 2 to 3 times bigger than my normal ring size. The baby is just moving all around all the time and big movements. She really, really loves music. Her daddy is a musician. He's always playing music and singing and everything, so she hears music all the time. We watched Sound of Music over the weekend, and every time that a song came on, she was just like dancing around in my belly. I just can tell she loves music, so that's really adorable. Next, let's go over my 37-week doctor's appointment. Okay, so when I arrived there, my blood pressure was high. It was too high, actually. It was 142/92, which my blood pressure has always been a little bit high this whole pregnancy. I think because of the extra blood flow and possibly because I started off this pregnancy at a higher weight, and whenever I'm at a higher weight, my blood pressure is always high. When I'm at a lower weight, my blood pressure is always like normal. If I were to like gain a lot of weight, I would definitely be hypertensive. I don't know why, but my body just always does that with weight fluctuations. So anyway, it was too high for their liking, so they had me lay down on my left side. I laid there for a while and then they retook it. When they retook it, it was within normal range. My OB did tell me that that is a sign that my body relaxes when I rest and that I might need to be taking a step back. She told me not to be nesting, not to be running all around, but to be resting more often. Resting is something I do not like doing. I like being out and about. Anytime there's an opportunity to do something or go somewhere, I'm always down. Like, I just love walking around, going out places. I'm just a very active person. Also, I got my blood work back from last week. My thyroid stimulating hormone, the hormone that's showing how quick or fast my metabolism is, was a little bit high, which means that I'm having like a sluggish metabolism, which is kind of normal for me because I do have hypothyroidism. So it was 2.5. However, they would up my medication of Thyroid if it were above 2.9, so I was just on the verge, and since I'm so close to having the baby, they said they're not going to change my medication. My strep B test came back and I am negative for strep B, so that is so wonderful because I do not have to take any antibiotics during labor, which is wonderful. I just don't want to even worry about it. The doctor did make a joke and she said, "You're still HIV negative," so congratulations to me. I've not contracted HIV this pregnancy, so we're doing good there. Also, my hemoglobin was 12.9, which she said is amazing for a pregnant woman, and my hemoglobin has been high this whole pregnancy. My mother always had a high hemoglobin throughout all of her pregnancies, and she never supplemented with iron, and I have never supplemented with iron. Some people are genetically prone to have higher hemoglobin, and I am a person who is genetically prone to that. Last but not least, the OB did check my cervix. She could feel the baby's head, and I am 1 centimeter dilated and 70% effaced. She was actually amazed and in shock because she says that for first-time mothers, they usually do not show any progress or any like ripening of the cervix till around 39 or 40 weeks. She was pretty amazed by that. She did mention that the baby has always measured about a week and a half ahead, so that technically I could be 38 or 38 and a half weeks right now, and that could be why I'm showing so much progress. That was very comforting to me because I was in so much discomfort with the diarrhea and everything, so it's just good to know that the cramps were not just opening my anus, but they were opening my cervix. That sounds crazy, but when you're pregnant, you get it. You're like, okay, please, cervix, be opening, not anything else. She did mention to me that the diarrhea is definitely a sign of impending labor. It doesn't mean that it's going to be today, but it does mean that prostaglandins are going through my body and causing my bowels to move. And prostaglandins ripen the cervix, and ripening the cervix is like a fruit. It has to like get soft to be able to be ready to have the baby. So that is so exciting. She made a joke. She's like, "Don't have the baby next weekend because I'm out of town and I want to deliver your baby." So I thought that was really sweet. I just want to put a disclaimer that I understand that dilation and effacement don't really mean, you can't really like guess when labor will or will not happen, but for me, I was just excited to have any progress considering the amount of pain that I was in with the cramping and everything. It's nice that I now know what like contractions feel like that actually dilate. I'm excited because hopefully when the real deal labor comes, I'll be able to identify it and start counting those contractions and really be set up for a great labor and delivery. Let me show you this big bump. Let's go. I put on my makeup in the car today, like with the little car mirror, so I'm not even sure if it's blotchy or how it's going. I guess when I edit this video, I'll find out. Gosh, you guys, I'm feeling like super pregnant right now. It's hard for me to feel beautiful. Oh my gosh. I hate that I'm admitting that, but like, pregnancy is seriously a mind game. You've got to really make sure that you're speaking positively about your about your miracle making body, because some days it's just a little bit difficult, but I just feel like huge. And this is my big belly. Oh my gosh. So funny, because like I'm so pregnant and I'm still doing my daily walks, and like people literally stop their car on the side of the street to congratulate me. They're like, way to go, good job, when are you due? I can't believe you're walking. Like, they are so excited that I'm like huge and pregnant and still moving around. I will say that it makes me feel like a celebrity. I'm going to miss how well I've been treated at the end of pregnancy, because everywhere I go I get free food and people are saying like good job just because I'm walking. That's amazing. Please be following me on Instagram. My name is Christina Official, because there is a possibility that there will be a baby like out of my body before the next 38-week update. But if not, I will see you guys next week for my 38-week update. And you guys go out and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.